guarantee global water security. As all my earlier speakers have also spoken about this, fresh water is finite. 97% of the water on planet Earth is in the sea. 2% is in the glaciers, which leaves only 1%, which is the fresh water available, which is being used for mankind by flora and fauna. Just 1%. So like someone said, will the next world war be on water? Now today when we talk about water security, essentially there's a lot of work being done. We talk about recycling, reusing of water, rejuvenation of available water bodies, recharge of depleting water resources, purification of water. But is enough being done? Will it solve the problem which is facing us today? What is urgently required is a sustainable solution, a solution which keeps the environment in balance. And we have heard a lot about the impact of climate change and the adverse impact of climate change on water availability. So we need something which is environmentally sustainable, which is affordable, which is easily accessible, and most important, rapidly deployable and redeployable, so that anyone in any part of the world can get access to water depending on the requirements. Now, I just want to go back. This is a fact I think most of us know. The solution actually lies in the air around us, which is the original source of all fresh water. There's enough research to show that less than 1% of the water which is there in the atmosphere around us is enough to meet the entire requirements of mankind, flora as well as fauna. Now, mind you, sometime back when we spoke of fresh water, we said that we are talking about just 1% which is being used to meet the entire global requirements. So all that one needs to do is 1% which is exploited, overexploited. Instead of that, make the shift to whatever extent it is possible and start extracting water from the air. Climate changes and human-based global warming has led to an increase in precipitation, which means there is much more moisture in the atmosphere than what was there years ago. And this is increasing with global warming. So why not tap it? So we can actually tap this virtually infinite source of water, because today there's more than 6 times more water in the air than all the rivers in the world combined, and this is cycled 40 times over. And that's what we do. We generate water, and we generate water at scale. In fact, if I have to explain this very simply, what we are doing is we are using technology to replicate the natural water cycle or the rain cycle, and we generate rain in the machines. So what you see in the picture is our machine, which is called MEGHDOOT. It is a renewable source of water because the only input it needs is fresh air and, of course, some source of energy to power it. And we can generate water at will, on the go. And this is the purest form of water. You can imagine this is water which has never touched the ground. So there is no microbiological contamination. Moreover, we have a system of filtration, so you can ensure that the water is absolutely pure. So we can generate high-quality fresh water anywhere. All it needs is some source of power. It can work on grid. It can work on renewable sources of power, be it solar, wind, or probably a combination of both to generate water, anywhere, anytime. And most important, MEGHDOOT is intrinsically sustainable. There is zero water discharge or zero wastage of water. What goes in is what goes out. You have absolutely no wastage of water. So this is a decentralized solution, simply plug and play. And therefore, what it does is there is no carbon footprint associated in transportation of water. It eliminates the usage of plastic to move water. and the water generated is of supreme quality. It meets WHO as well as Indian standards of potable water. And all our systems have been CE certified, and the water has been tested abundantly by all, by labs, government certified, NABARD certified labs, and all. It's at all times the water meets, if not exceeds, drinking water standards. So what we do is we guarantee global water security. Today we have already got 600 projects in 27 countries, generated 100 million liters of water, but most important, saved more than 200 million liters of scarce and depleting groundwater. And what we have done is we've empowered people, we have empowered organizations, and one day empower nations also, I would say, to make the shift from being net consumers to being net producers of water. Like someone very rightly said, when things are tough, you have to think out of the box and do something differently. You do the same thing again and again, you get the same results. So this is what we at Maithri do differently. We rapidly create water infrastructure wherever it is required. These are some of our projects. We have helped transform the top Fortune 500 companies to being water stewards. And we are working, and what you see are installations of these water generating machines in some of the large global corporates like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, SAP. In fact, we are working very closely with a very large corporate, and we would be generating 25,000 liters of water every single day for them using this technology, with an objective of scaling up to 100,000 liters for every single day. We have also helped create a new category of bottled water. That is, we have launched the world's first air water bottling plant. Today, if you see, the bottling water industry is a huge water guzzler because essentially it depends on groundwater, and in the process of generation of water, there's a huge amount of wastage. At least 60 to 70% of the water gets wasted. Instead of that, we started a plant, in fact, for one of our partners in Hyderabad itself, and it uses air as the only source to meet the entire water requirements. Moreover, a very interesting thing what we have done, as using the same energy, we have also ensured that the entire plant meets its cooling requirements without the need of any external air conditioner. So imagine this, we can extend this technology to create green buildings, generate water, and ensure cooling, fresh air cooling for the building. Likewise, this is another project. We worked in the railway stations. So any public place, this is what our MEGHDOOT is there in a form of a kiosk, and we generate water. This project has been there for the last 3 years, 24/7, under the scrutiny of the public and the government, railway authorities, generates water and has been generating water. And we are expanding this initiative to various other locations in public places across the country. Likewise, in the community, we've been working with the municipal corporation in Vizag. We have installed MEGHDOOT, again in a kiosk format, supported by USAID, and similar initiatives are being taken to across other communities, including villages in Meghalaya as part of Berkeley's Smart Village movement. Likewise, these are innumerous examples of creating infrastructure. We've been working with Renault Nissan, created similar water kiosks to meet the requirements in India's largest zoological park in Chennai. And now the idea is to take this across to various other places, government offices, locations in Chennai, because as you know, Chennai is one of the most water-stressed locations in India. Likewise, these are a couple of other examples. We worked in Rameshwaram, in schools in hilly terrains of Uttarakhand. We have put our mini air water plants to cater to the requirements of water for school children. In hospitals, in fact, even during COVID, we set up our own emergency response in Hyderabad city and provided portable water on the move by putting our a MEGHDOOT on a truck and moving it around. All it needed was some source of energy, and it catered to the requirements of frontline workers. So that's the last slide. All I wanted to say, when the going gets tough, it's important to think differently. Please join us in our journey to a water-secure future. Think differently and help support an absolutely new category of water which can help you, which can empower you to meet your water requirements. Thank you very much.